Hey, this is Gabriel Fuerza, and you're listening to Wrestling with Entertainment.
And we are wrestling with the New Japan Cup 2021. It is in full swing. We'll be only reviewing the left side of the bracket today. Cause haven't had time to do the right side because our lives are an exploding barbed wire death match. So let's uh let's get into this. Um, First and foremost, Evil got a bye, and is that is Evil getting just a bye just because they didn't have enough guys to fill up the bracket, or is it just you know New Japan doing something that we might not know about just yet? Felico?
Uh, I mean, he got a bye, but just to go to the other side of the bracket, Tanahashi got a bye.
Sure.
So, it is what it is. So, so I get the point that like what you're trying to make. I maybe it's a I feel sorry for Evil thing, but I mean maybe heels getting the bye always is gonna get like
Heat.
the heat, and I think that's what they're going with. 'Cause keep in mind, DiBiase even had a couple buys at WrestleMania 4, so it just gives them heat to where it's like I ain't got to work as hard, and because I'm better than you type shit. So that's what I think they're going for.
Uh,
Can
um,
y'all be quiet?
the on
Thank
the
you.
fourth, Jeff Cobb defeated Satoshi Kojima. No surprise there. But in our first bracket buster controversy, Tetsuya Naito lost to the Great Khan. Um, and we'll talk about, the other bracket busters, this year. Is this a real big blow to Naito to, continuously go on this downward spiral, or did Great Khan need it a little bit more because he hasn't really gotten a big win in New Japan yet? Scooter?
God, you know, something something was clicking in my mind about the Great Khan. Uh, when we were discussing him last time, and him along with El Desperado. I think I think New Japan is trying to put their money behind them.
Well,
I mean, that's really all I mean, and what better way to do that than to put him over your one of your biggest stars.
what about you, Drew? What do you think about Great Khan going over their biggest star?
You're pushing Great Khan. That's what you're doing. That's all you're doing. Like I said when I was last visiting with you guys, that New Japan needed to shuffle the deck chairs a little bit. And is it the right guys that they're shuffling the deck chair with? It's a wait and see for me, but I just think you.
I think we lost Drew.
Gave out of that just to, I guess, give him that bump when the G1 rolls around.
I think they do got something there with Great Khan. Toriano defeated Bad Luck Fale on the 5th. No surprise there. Hiroki Goto beat Taichi.
They screwing Fale though. They screwing Fale. Fuck that.
Now I'll direct this towards Kaliko. Tai Chi. It kind of seems like they always kind of give him, maybe a high-profile match just to see what he could do. But it always seems like he's just destined to be on that mid-card, half, almost to the bottom of the card player. Do you think that's more or less right, or do you think that they might have plans for Tai Chi? Kalika? So, what could you tell us about Tai Chi, Kaliko?
Fuck Tai Chi. That's usually my usual stance. Fuck Tai Chi.
Oh,
But I mean, it's. I mean, he's improved. I'll give him that. I'll put it this way. He won my respect in the G1. He won it way more than Yoshihashi. So fuck Yoshihashi. Congratulations, Tai Chi. You're getting off the list.
alright. Well, I think that might be better than, losing to Goto. So, and probably the most controversial match to come out today. Kazuchika Okada lost to Shingo Takagi on the 6th. Kaliko, bracket buster match?
If you're looking based on accomplishments, yes. If you're looking at momentum, no. And here's why. Because keep in mind, Okada last year he had a good year, but it wasn't a Okada year, right? And
Right.
Okada, keep in mind, Okada lost to fucking Toru Yano for the king of pro wrestling.
With a roll-up.
That with a roll up, exactly. So to me, it was that's meant for Shingo to be taken seriously because we always said like it's either him or Hiromu who's going to be like the next heavyweight. I was hoping Hiromu, but it seems like they're going to go with Shingo, and it makes sense for Shingo because Shingo he's got the bigger mass, so I mean it's an easier transition, and plus he's a really really good wrestler, so it ain't like he's a scrub. I feel like that's just setting the tone of anything can happen, and don't nothing's guaranteed because I feel like Okada's still going to have some shit to do with Ospreay, but we'll see where that goes down the line.
And Shingo Takagi after the match was very the adrenaline was pumping, and you could actually see him as a major threat to Kota Ibushi. Drew, if by some miracle Takagi actually does win the cup and wrestles Kota Ibushi, do you see this being, a major threat to Kota Ibushi? Do you think it's going to be a good match? And what is Shingo Takagi stand in New Japan right now?
He has upside. He has major upside going forward. So, will it be a good match with Ibushi? Sure, it would. And if he wins the cup, yeah, it's okay. Because to be honest with you, do you want to see Okada win this cup? To be honest with you, the guy that should win the cup is Jay White, but that's probably not going to happen. But if you're going to put this particular cup on somebody, yeah, I don't have a problem with Shingo being the guy that you put the cup on.
Same question, Scooter.
Takagi is getting some word of mouth because I was reading that Big E was name dropping Takagi at one point.
Really?
So yeah, and this yeah, I mean, I think this is yeah, I think it's Takagi's time.
I mean, why not pull the trigger right now? Next up,
Because they'll set him up to slaughter for Ibushi. That's why. That's
Exactly.
why. That's
Exactly.
why. Because they did the same thing with fucking my boy. They did him dirty. Now I want to see them do him dirty. Do Shingo dirty.
Take time to build. If you build it, they will come, is the saying. So take time to build these guys. You know what I mean? Take your time. Shingo is one of those guys that you should take your time in building. Don't just feed him to Ibushi just right away. Like, I don't care if you make another Ibushi. If Ibushi faces Okada again, or Jay White again, or Naito again, I don't mind any of those matches. If you're gonna build, these guys should be building. Use that G1 tournament to be where that's the coronation of these next top stars in New Japan Pro Wrestling.
G1, Jay White's winning the G1. They always bring the runner-up back to run that bitch back.
And
So Jay White's winning G1. Book
he
it.
ran up twice already. So
Yeah.
go
It's
times the
time.
charm.
Oh, no, it's coming. I'm going to Vegas. I'm putting that on there right now.
Tomoaki Honma lost to Minoru Suzuki. Kaliko, what's your favorite fruit?
Squash is a vegetable, bro. Don't be lying to me, bro.
Just do the bit.
Man, every person we interviewed has said it was a freaking vegetable. So
And
who you gonna disagree with? The
and if they jump
people
off the Empire
or
State
book?
Building, would you jump off as well?
Yeah, if I had a parachute, fuck yeah.
Alright, let me rephrase the question. Kaliko, what's your favorite vegetable?
A squash.
Tomato.
A squash.
Nobody asked you, Scooter.
What are
And
you, my
then
dad?
Kenta defeated Juice Robinson. No surprise there.
Squash Robinson.
Squash Robinson. Do you think Kenta might have a better chance winning this tournament and actually winning the championship if he wins this tournament, or hell no? Scooter?
Let's go with hell no.
Drew?
I agree with Scooter. I don't know.
Kaliko?
Don't tell me we lost Kaliko now.
No, he's here. He's still here.
Maybe he was never really here to begin with.
Dun dun dun.
Man, I wish I had that lined up.
Motherfucker, I'm always here.
Oh my god.
I'm always here. Got two phones, damn it. I'm spirit. I'm here in spirit. Even on mute, you can't defeat me.
Let me in.
Oh my
Let
god.
me in.
Exactly.
In spirit and with
Put
spirit.
me in the club. Kenta could win as a consolation for fucking him over with Moxley. So I mean, there's always that hope. There's always that hope.
And now I'll conclude our coverage of the New Japan Cup so far. We'll do some more reviewing next week on the show.
Oh yeah, we need to, because that second round is fucking lit.